Alright, so here we are with Shannon Ryan today. How are you?
Good.
Good. And we're hanging out in the Spotify media room. Yeah, backstage at Vector, so it's pretty exciting.
It is pretty exciting. It's the first time I've been in here. It's looking good.
Okay, so first question, how did you get your start in the industry?
Oh, in the industry?
Yeah.
I left school. Shouldn't be saying that. No, seriously, I left school halfway through 7th form because the idea of doing exams again made me sick. And, well, not literally, but made me feel quite ill. And then I flipped through the yellow pages and I was like, what can I go and do that involves, because I always loved performing, whether it be on in plays and stuff at school and doing that kind of thing. So I wanted to do something where I could potentially get into broadcasting. So I did a 6-month-long radio course and then got my work experience at George FM, which, because I was young, enthusiastic and cheap, I ended up, after about 6 months to a year of being there, they got me reading the breakfast news, and then it all kind of happened from there.
Right.
It's quite a long
No,
beginning.
that's awesome. So, as you mentioned, you work for George FM. What's working in radio like?
It's different to TV, obviously, because you can roll up, I guess, much like I have now. But no, there's really no comparison other than, they're in media, but they're not the same thing for me. I was getting up really early, so my experience in radio was at times really annoying. Yeah. Because you're like, I have to get up in the morning, and then I was doing radio and then afternoon TV, so my day was fairly long for a while. So, it's fun. Yeah, yes, that's awesome. And how did the opportunity of presenting the official Top 40 Charts TV show come about? I spoke to the guys at formerly C4, and they got me on board to do the Jono project first, which a bit of a satire news report. And while I was, I guess, kind of auditioning for that, they chucked me a Top 40 script and then, hey, can you try this? And then they gave me that job.
Oh, yeah, that's awesome. So you joined forces, so later on you joined forces with Drew Nenia to present Drew and Shannon live in 2011. What was having a live show like?
I love live. I love live. It is so cool. I got to host Select Live when it was still C4 for a while, and that was really nerve-wracking. And then, but doing the show with Drew and doing every afternoon doing a live show, that was, there's nothing like it. There's nothing like live, which is why the Vodafone New Zealand Music Awards is so much fun, because it's not only live, but it's in front of so many people and broadcast live on telly. And doing Drew and Shannon live was awesome, especially like hearing someone else announce off, and every day trying to figure out what new music is out there and what artists and stuff are doing, or all that kind of stuff. It's that kind of show where anything goes. You can find. I found myself down in Queenstown one year, and last year we got stuck down in that snowstorm, which is awesome, sweet holiday. But you find yourself doing so many things on a show with that kind of format.
Oh, it's awesome. So what's the best part of your job on 4 Live? Because you're now doing 4 Live.
Best part? Man, the fact that I got the job. That's the best part of it, because I think you work so hard for something and you love your craft or whatever it is you do. So to actually be able to work on a show that's every day is quite a blessing in its own way, because it's really a good ground to be able to practice things every day, try something a little different, see if that works. It doesn't work, but oh well, it happened. It's live TV. You can kind of throw things away like that. But the best part is the fact that I got the job.
So what's an average day like for you?
Average day? Around the Music Awards, average days are really not so average, but it becomes quite normal. So around the Music Awards, I'm doing things like this morning, for example. I also do a show on Kiwi FM called The List. So I went up, and it's kind of a show that repeats throughout the week on Kiwi FM. So I went up and voiced that this morning, and then I went to TK store to fit my dresses for the awards, and then came down here and I've gone through, done a bit of script writing and stuff. When I'm on 4 Live, I get to work, I have a pre-show meeting, I do some research over what we're going to be doing on the show, who we're going to be interviewing. 2:30 I go down to makeup, 3:30 we have a pre-show meeting again, and 4:30 is the show, and that's a typical day.
That doesn't sound like it.
Okay. And then maybe I get the chance to hang the washing out, or if not, I leave it for 5 days and it starts to get smelly and I have to wash it again. Typical day.
Typical day. Okay. Who's the most famous person you've ever met?
I think fame is, well, like famous people, it's all relevant to the individual.
Yeah.
So someone like Justin Bieber,
Yeah.
he's the most famous person to say my little sister's friends,
Yeah.
and whereas my auntie will be like, oh yeah, I know of Justin Bieber, but you know,
Yeah.
if you interview someone like Hugh Jackman, well, yeah, like he's famous. So
Yeah.
I mean, I've gone from Bieber to Hugh Jackman, the guy like Hayley from Paramore. I've spoken, Kimbra, I've interviewed her a ton of times. Chin Wetmore was one of my first interviews, which was super cool. Ellie Goulding, I interviewed her just the other day, the One Direction boys. Whoever, really, is up for an interview. Yeah. But a lot of people, a lot of comedians as well, which I really like.
Yeah. Do you have a favourite?
Do I have I really enjoyed Tim Heidecker. Tim Manering. He's really cool. I don't know, there was a really, really cool interview just the other day. Who was it? You know who it was? It was Art from Everclear.
Yeah.
90s band.
Yeah.
They were here just recently.
Yeah.
And he was so cool. Like, I just did a live interview with him, and he was just like, very few people, not even just musicians or famous people.
Yeah.
Very few people actually go to you, hey, if they come in for an interview, how was your day? And, how did you get into what you're doing and stuff? They're always asked the questions.
Yeah.
And very few people actually take an invested interest, which is fair enough because they're constantly meeting new people.
Yeah.
And it must be a pain in the ass. But he was really inclusive, and during the interview, it was more conversational and more like hosting and rather than presenting and doing an interview.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome. Do you have a highlight moment of your career?
Highlight moment.
I'm asking about hard questions.
No, because the thing is, it's one of those jobs where, like you say, there's no day is a typical day, no day is the same. So there are so many different elements to a day or things that you're doing. So, this year alone, you get to go to Australia and interview people in Sydney and Melbourne, that kind of stuff, which is quite fun. I may be going down to the Hobbit premiere, which should be fun. Yeah, that's like pretty much in a couple of weeks, right? But a highlight, I guess, the first year was getting a phone call from Andrew Dowding, who puts on the music awards, saying, hey, I want to chat to you about potentially hosting the awards. So I'm like, well, this is other than doing a couple of TV series, like behind the scenes work, and a couple of TV commercials, so I really hadn't done much in front of the camera. It was all live stage stuff. So I was just like, this is I've been in the job for 5 months. Sure. But it was really cool, so that was a really big highlight for me. And now 3 years later, you're doing it again, which is really cool. So I guess as a highlight that has gone and progressed, that would be one. Because I love doing the music awards, seriously. You'll see it when the show is on. It's live, it's fun. If there are little stuff-ups, then that kind of thing is cool as well, especially between me and Ben, because it's playful and it's live, and you get to see these amazing performances by these incredible Kiwi musicians.
So is that the best part of New Zealand Music Awards?
Live?
All of that,
All of that.
All of that.
All of that, It's like a dog that gets out of the water and then they just rush into it. That's kind of like what the show's like. Doing it live. That is what I love, is that performing live, you've got to do it then and there and see really what you can do.
That and spending all this time with their voice. You always seem to be together.
We're just like wandering around. Hold on a second. I even got my boyfriend to dress something for the show, and which I can't reveal. I'm like, hold on, you've got my boyfriend doing your jobs. What are you doing?
Do you have a favourite New Zealand musician?
I'm a big fan of the Clap Clap Riot Boys. The Unfaithful Ways, they performed at last year's Critics' Choice Prize, and I think they've been doing so well since I bought their album after that, and I was like, damn, those dudes are good. Like, they're really, really good musicians. Watercolours, Chelsea Jade, like, she's pretty legit.
So she won Critics' Choice.
She did, yes, of course. Louis the Zoo as well, and I mean the guys from Beach Pigs. Oh, who else? Kimbra. You can't look past. You can't even talk about Kiwi music without mentioning people like Kimbra, Jin, the boys from 660. I mean, right now. I mean, Cora have just released a new album, which I'm stoked about. Who else? See, I can't just choose one. Because really, you can't. And everyone's like, oh, you just give such the political ones to Shannon. It's like, serious, listen to New Zealand music, see where it's at, and tell me that you can't say there's only one good person out there. You know, there is so much, and that's why New Zealand is, I think, one of the coolest places for music, because there are so many good sounds coming out of here.
Yeah. That's awesome. What's coming up next for you?
Coming up next?
On Thursday.
The awards. Back to 4 Live.
Yeah.
Watch it. 6 weekdays on 4. And hopefully a whole heap of hiking and camping this summer.
Oh,
and
it should be a good summer. Yeah. This weather we've been seeing.
Oh man, I know, right? Well, it's a sweet day today, although we are in the sun. But that's what's coming up.
Awesome.
Hiking.
So you can catch Shannon on 4 Live
4:30 to 6.
Weekdays?
Yep, weekdays, not weekends. I'm not working weekends.
Not working with these weekends off. And at this Thursday is VNZMA.
Yes.
Just come for Shannon and Ben.
Yeah.
There's some fun stuff planned. Really fun.
You just come for us. Just come for me.
Yeah.
Don't worry about me.
Don't worry about Ben. Alright, thank you so much.
No worries.